Hey everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. I'm here to share with you my final layouts for the month of November. I have to apologize, there's really not, there's 3 layouts. I have been sick and this flu or cold or whatever it is has honestly been kicking my bum. I am fine during the day normally, but then at night I get into these major coughing fits and I'm not really sleeping very much. So my creativity has gone a little bit. I haven't gotten much done. And I've also been working on my December daily. So I'll show you a bit of that at the end, but first I'll just share these 3 layouts. This is a layout for the Get Sketchy, we don't call it that anymore, the lift and sketch that I do with Rachel Reynolds. This one was using a sketch and I had a lot of fun with this layout. I love the way that it turned out. Documenting my son's room at 2. It's already different. He turns 3 in January. So I'm oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. He will be I will take a photo before the baby comes and we turn his bed back into a crib for the baby. And Jackson will be getting a new bed, a big boy bed all of his own. So it will change again, but I just really wanted to document this. In my process video for it, I talked about how I think it would have been so cool if I had taken photos of my room, especially as like a young girl versus a teenager and all of that. It would have been really neat to see the progression of my room. And so I think this is something I'm going to do. It might not be every year because I don't know. Boys probably don't change their rooms as much as girls do, but definitely something I'm excited to document as he grows up. So there's that one. And then this one, surprise, surprise, I'm sure you've already seen it because it's the exact same layout. I just changed the pattern paper. So I was going through my album for, this is 2014, this layout goes in. And I had done so many layouts with white backgrounds, and though I absolutely love it, and I do tend to gravitate towards that, I'm finding it's too much. Within my album, it was just, I had done a lot of layouts kind of one right after each other that went in the album one right after each other, and there was no color. So thankfully, I just was very carefully took off the elements and just reapplied them. Rewrote my journaling, which I'm really actually happy about because on the original layout with the white, I went too far out here and then it was kind of like long this way and short that way, so it just looked funny. And I like how this one kind of runs down a little bit more. But other than that, other than my journaling just being a little bit different, there is absolutely no difference to this layout other than the fact that I've added a piece of pattern paper here to just kind of make it a little bit more interesting to look at, and I am so much happier with the way that this turned out. And then finally is the layout I created for the Spiegel Mom Scraps blog hop. So because I'm going to be posting this on December 1st, I'm going to share this with you now because I felt bad only having 2 layouts, and I did technically create this in November, so it's a little cheap, but that's okay. This one is using these beautiful sequins. And if you have seen my layouts, especially for the Spiegel Mom Scrap shop type design theme stuff, you'll notice I love to use them, but I don't tend to use them like this. So this was a little out of the box for me, but I love it, and I'm so pleased with the way it turned out. I simply took one of my bag of sequins, and I believe this one is the Keeping Cozy collection sequence mix, but if you go to my blog, it's definitely linked up there. And it was fun. I just kind of spread them out, kind of tried to figure out what I was going to do. I had a snow photo, so I was comparing a snow photo versus these beautiful photos of Christmas morning of my son. I absolutely love this photo of my son and the fact that in his little stocking here. And so I started off like that, and I was just playing. Eventually, it turned into the fact that I knew I was going to have one more. This will be a left justified, or I keep calling it justified. This will go in the left side of my album. And so I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, if I was going to link it and add these photos somewhere else, or what I wanted to do. And I figured that these were small enough I could cut them up and just place them. And it kind of, that way it got all of us. And I just love it. I love this photo of my two guys. I just love it. I love this layout. And then wrote about our journaling and how our morning went, because it does kind of get split up for our Christmas. Our mornings are with at home and everything like that, and then with Sean's Sean is from a split family, so we see his mom on Christmas Eve and we see his dad on Christmas. That's just the way it works, and it's how we deal with it. And then we see my family. My mom and dad are together, so thankfully it's only 3 Christmases and not 4. And then we see them either Christmas morning, like we did this morning, or we see them on Boxing Day. So it all gets worked out, and it's neat. So I really wanted to document it, as this very much was the way our Christmas morning went. It wasn't that all too exciting because he's still so little. He doesn't really understand the concept of Christmas at all. He didn't. And we were being conservative and didn't really get each other gifts other than our stocking. So it was a nice quiet morning, and I just really love that I got it documented, and I love the way the sequence had turned out. So there you have it for my 3 layouts to finish off the month. Again, I was planning on doing a ton more, it just didn't happen. And I will just quickly show you the little bit that I've done in my December daily. So this is I have been working on in the month of November, and this is just my opening. I'm going to add 3 black and white photos once I get them printed. I am the type who doesn't actually print daily for December daily. I'm kind of thinking about maybe printing weekly and like going to my local London Drugs and printing. I haven't decided, but normally I send off to like Snapfish in the States and have my mom bring up my photos. So I haven't quite decided, but that's my opening page. Calendar I haven't touched yet, but that will be there. And then this is kind of my second project for the Spiegel Mom Scraps blog hop for the first. And it was using a sequence to create a Christmas tree. The inspiration was found from a lovely girl who posted on the December Daily, so Allie Edwards December Daily. And I love the way she did it way bigger. It was really neat and with Christmas colors, and so I just was like, that's exactly how I'm using these sequins. So I scrap lifted her idea, put it on a glossy bag so that I could add everything. And my plan is to have a really big photo of our Christmas tree with some journaling. And then on the back here, this is going to stay this because I love this piece of pattern paper. So I don't think I'll put anything on this side. But on this side, I'm going to, well, I guess if I document here, maybe I'll just add a second photo or something here. I'm not really sure. This is just going to be about decorating the tree. Every year we get new ornaments, and that's going to be on a separate page. So that's the beginning of it. And then I also have managed to put this on. This is the Hallmark bag from the ornaments we bought. We've already bought our ornaments for the year. And I just took some watercolors, and this was all just white like it is. You see where it is. And I just colored it in with some green and red to make it a little bit more festive, and I absolutely love the way that turned out. And then this is going to be about Jackson's trip to Santa, and I know he doesn't look very happy and all of that, but you know what? I call this photo a major win because of the fact that he's not crying. And last year, he absolutely refused to sit on Santa's lap, and I had to sit by Santa with Jackson on my lap. And so he sat there by himself and he didn't cry. So we definitely take that as a win. And then other than that, it's just waiting for me to get going with it. This is a bag from last year. My last year's December Daily, it was a rougher year for me, so I didn't get a ton done. So I just simply changed the date to 6. And this is just going to be day 9. And that's really it. I just have a few pieces in here so I can decorate them if I want to. If I don't want to use them, I can take them out, but they're options, so I like to have options while I'm working through my project. So that is what I have to show you for the rest of November. I hope that you guys have had a great November, especially all the Americans. I hope your Thanksgiving went really well. And I hope December's fun. And if you're doing December daily or whichever type of holiday, anything that you celebrate, I hope you have a fantastic time. And I'll be back at the end of December to share with you my next layouts. There definitely won't be as many for December either because I focus so much on December daily. So it'll be just one share for sure at the end of the month. So thanks everyone. Bye.